Euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. A floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. So I know what they figure. They don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to obey it. Okay, 30,000 in your pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, ain't no wait for old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might win it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
Something I've wanted to say my whole life. I'm going to Disney World. This wasn't your kind of game in the first half. What was it they were doing that was preventing you from being aggressive and going down the field? That's what I expected, but I didn't see it. Yeah, I mean, they have an amazing... one of the best defenses in my career so far. So, he went in at a high level, and he played defense like that.
I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's all the crazy. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the rest I was never at the end. I would never get the gift off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your parents, I would never underestimate. No, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off. Take it easy, baby, whenever till you see me when I'm gone. All the story was wrong. Everything I gave and everything lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head when you ever overstayed. Your life I never everything you wanted when you're not. I'ma take it in the head when we sign the book to start. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I pray on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off. Tell the rest I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. No, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your parents, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my friends are wrong. Everything was better off.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early, I'm up.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Check, 59. Silver. Hey, alert three. 22, check, over. 22.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that.
What?
If you keep moving laterally,
play my game.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Move, move, move. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Record. Watch the safety creep. Cloud.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Switch.
He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And some room to run now. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 68 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance.
You're going to be in there for about 30 minutes, right?
It's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 27, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You can turn it on. Go ahead.
58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun, Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 31, check 31. He's coming.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A first down carry for Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Check 13. Check 13.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
And an alley to run. Innocent hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Check, watch the before. They're not ready for this, man.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You got Sherman as your nickel. Trying to hide him in the middle of the defense.
Check right 54. Right 54. You ain't going nowhere. Switch. Check.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted.
That's some bullshit.
And they will score.
That's some bullshit. That nigga threw it. Yeah. I had no business throwing them shit, but still,
Pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say,
play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got one. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the slant. Mike, 56. 56.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled the run responsibilities correctly.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. Alert. Out. You draw forces. Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's got Miller. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on.
And the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Cohen. And he will push his way forward down at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Check your heart rate. Begin. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
I got him.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That shit's making me run into the shits. Because, yeah, like, that's the reason he was, whatever. Dumb bullshit.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. He's coming.
Yeah, alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Come on, Bill.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, dude. You get
Alert.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Trubisky going up top for Miller. And he is in.
Boy.
Touchdown.
Fucking go, man.
Chicago.
Richard Sherman, we picking on him all fucking day. Put that nigga back in the middle.
And the Bears have retaken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, like, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
58, boys, 58, 58.
After the sack on first down, Jackson looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Definitely should have been the pick. He was going for it. See, he's disrespectful.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Just the disrespect is him and ass. He just doesn't care. So make this one care. You better not do no play action either.
Check,
your
check
ass.
43. What? Go. Let's go.
So that'll back him up 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
54, hey, Haywood.
Now Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Hey, exit.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Looks like a glitch. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Did y'all see how Bosa just sat there? Like, y'all see it? I know y'all see it. Y'all seen the shit, but...
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Watch the split. Watch the split. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Alert. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch twist.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
Shoot myself in the foot. I'm trying to do too much.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. 10. 36. Check. Hatchet.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch out.
Now they hand off to Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. He's checking. Echo. Mike, check. 59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
First down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Let's go, defense.
On second down now. It's Cohen. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30.
Why? How? Come on!
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Go to bed.
Back. Slap. Check up. Check safety. Shit.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 52.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now Jackson. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup.
Oh, let's go.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Let's get off the field.
Again, it's Cohen. And for the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, Moses eating.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Play. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Come.
And that'll set them back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over. Can the offense finish things off?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Throwing right, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check back. Spot. No.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Let's go.
22 yards. That's good for a 49er first down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Squeeze. Check 24. Shift.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Go 58's the Mike. I'm coming after you. 58, boy. 58. 58's Mike. Come on. Watch twist. Twist. Come on.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try again with Cohen. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
In any yardage of game, they're really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what our coach used to say: get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Check. 54. Watch 54. Come on. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. What we got? 18. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. You go 80 weapon. You got tight right there. Hey, check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
Fucking right. Game blouses.
For more, log on to easports.com.
Fucking right.
With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.